Hey guys, Air Fun here. Today we have a 2000 GMC Safari in the shop. Customer's complaint is it doesn't start when the engine is warm, and when it's cold it misfires. I hook up my scanner to it and I see there are codes for engine coolant temperature sensor, circuit low voltage, circuit intermittent low voltage. So let's start the car and see what happens to it when we do that. So it starts up right away. I'm feeling a little bit of misfire. I'm gonna want to investigate on this coolant temp. So let's go live data. So before we go to live data, I decided to check the freeze frame data. We could see the engine was running at a RPM 1723. And then engine coolant temperature at that time was showing 302 Fahrenheit. So we know there's a problem with the sensor, because no way engine is going to continue running after 302 Fahrenheit temperature. It's going to be super overheating. So let's see if it's indicating what kind of temperature at the moment. So we can see the temperature is a bit above 100 in the cluster, and our computer is showing also same 113. So it's going up slightly. We're gonna monitor this for a little, and meanwhile I'm gonna go check the coolant level. So I can see reservoir has sufficient coolant, although I don't see much in the radiator. I'm gonna add just a little bit, see how low is it. The temperature rise pretty fast. Just a minute ago it was at 116, now all the way up to 183. So I just ended up putting 1.5 gallon of coolant. I saw the temperature was rising to 235. That's the last I saw. I didn't record it because I was too busy adding coolant to it. So it dropped down after putting antifreeze in it. Leads me to believe that the problem is with the coolant. Coolant is leaking out somewhere, and that's what was causing the temperature to go up. Temperature will rise up high if there's no coolant recirculating in the engine. So now that we have coolant in here, we can see it's dropping back down. Now let's monitor a little bit more, and I still need to add some more coolant into this. Yep. And I don't see any leakage down here. This leak is because I'm adding it from up top and then overspill a little bit. I don't see any coolant residue anywhere else. I do see a lot of oil everywhere. So at this point I am down 2.5 gallons of antifreeze. Temperature is stable, engine is running smooth. See no problem as of yet. Temperature looks good. Engine is running rich, somewhat rich. At this point, I'm gonna clear these codes. I want to see when they return, when they return, what kind of freeze frame data they give me. And also I want to take a look. I shut off the engine. I want to take a look at the engine oil gauge. I want to know where this antifreeze is going, or where it went. So let's erase these codes here. So I found the culprit. Like I said, I'm gonna check the engine oil gauge, and as soon as I try to remove it, this is what I see. Can you guys see this? This is a mixture of coolant and oil going into the engine chamber. So we can see now where our antifreeze was going and why the car was overheating. That's why we didn't see this outside. With that, I'm going to conclude the diagnostic on this GMC Safari. It's a 2000 customer declined engine job, and it's not worth it, frankly. So with that, thank you so much. Like and subscribe.